This is
Hi, Nick.
second broadcast for the night, and yes, it's Greg's fault. We got PA Brew News here in the Peanut Gallery watching me and Greg make an ass of ourselves because we're not sure what the hell this shit is that Greg sent me.
It's Maxwell Starr's beer review.
Maxwell Starr's. Hello, this is tech support.
I'm assuming it's liquor.
I'm sure it's liquor. I hope it's not roofies. But Greg sent me some kind of mystery liquor.
I mean, Nick, what if I roofied mine and yours and we both pass out online?
What kind of guarantee do
I will make sure I benefit from that.
Oh, God. And now that Paul has my address.
Yeah, Paul will travel.
He's going to wait for the body to decay a little bit and make sure he can get his dick in. It's just what happened to Joe. You have to wait for him to decay first.
You have to make sure that the rigor mortis relaxes before you can really work the body over.
Good God.
But here you go. I got some brandy to celebrate your corning of what you're doing.
Our mystery
Cheers
fluid.
to you.
All right, so we're cracking this open now, Greg. Gord?
Crack it open. I'm already pouring mine. I don't have very much in mine. I have a little more than I thought I did, but that's okay.
That smells like straight up molasses. What are we reviewing?
Maybe a little rum action.
Like maple rum.
Cane sugar action.
Ooh.
All right, Nick, are you ready for the big reveal? That's a Sam Adams Utopia.
No shit.
Oh shit!
So this is the maple Utopias.
No, it's regular Utopias.
Okay.
So vintage 2015.
Utopias.
That's 5 years old.
Adams Utopias. Awesome.
Yeah. See that?
Awesome, Greg. Thank you.
I did roofie it though.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Oh shit! It's like that.
He did come in the glass. Let's just say that.
So I know, Nick, you've never had this before, so I have this is literally all I have left.
Oh wow!
That's what you have, and
Yeah.
this is what we're gonna announce here.
You and Nick are the bestest of friends.
Me and Nick, we are the best of friends. Together we are.
There you go.
Till the end. I'm gonna roofie Nick and wait till he wait.
This has like been a bucket list beer for years. Like even if it's kind of overrated.
I think this is like a cheers and a tink. Cheers. And a tink.
Cheers.
Ooh.
So what do you think of, yeah, no, it's maple syrup as fuck.
It smells like maple syrup. A little hint of booze came off the top of it when I opened it up. Lots of that, like maple syrup and caramel. It smells like purple barrel aged maple rum, kind of. Like I would have sworn this was a maple rum when I first took a whiff of it.
I mean, that's kind of what it is. Although it has a little bit, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like a kind of a cardboardy, woody.
Yeah, there's that woody, like oaky woodiness.
Do you find that now that it's aged more since you've had it, Greg, you enjoy it more?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't notice any major differences between it and when it was fresh. But
when did you first get this beer? Like 2015?
2015, and I crack open I have a little bit of it every couple of years. I'll be honest, I'm not normally the biggest fan of this beer. It's a bit.
I would have chugged it, and then there would be no more. So that's good that you saved it.
I've had the opportunity to buy this about 4 times at this point, and I've only bought it once.
No, I would only ever buy this thing once, but I also would have chugged it. It's one of those kind of deals.
No, I didn't want to save it, and then I had enough basically for 2 glasses, so I'm like, I'm going to make Nick's fantasy come true, and then I get to get a t-shirt that's
today,
Nick's
for the first time on December 8th, 2020, Nick's dream has come to fruition. Nick, what do you think?
I can now retire.
There you go. I even got a proper glass. Look at that.
I gotta drink all this shit first. Maybe this one.
I think, Nick, you just got to hoop it all tonight.
Hoop it all night. I can retire when I'm dead, kind of, because I'll be dead after drinking all those one up my ass. Anyway, yeah.
I was going to say, you get to retire when you're dead. Well, there you go.
You've had this open. Has it been open since 2015?
It's been open
Yes.
since 2015. I've
it's resealed every time.
Yeah.
I do put wine preserver in it just to try to keep it.
Especially
But-
the last little bit at the bottom. Usually with a whiskey, it oxidizes pretty quick.
Well, again, I put wine preserver in it, so it does help a little bit. But yeah, this is probably going to be the strongest at the bottom, but it's the most bang for your buck.
It still smells pretty potent and pretty good. Like given the age and how much oxygen is in the bottle.
This doesn't smell any different to me, this glass, than the first glass did. But maybe my memory's tainted by years of alcohol abuse, but I don't notice any differences. Which I will say, I mean, that's what they say. Is
So let's look at what Nick says. How easy drinking and enjoyable is this for you, for someone who's had it for the first time?
I haven't even tasted it yet. Is it time to drink it yet?
Well, let's fucking hurry up a little bit and do that.
All right.
Don't slam it, though. Don't slam it.
Cheers.
Oh man, that's different. Like it doesn't taste so much like rum. It's almost it's oaky and a little briny. It's almost like molasses baked bean kind of thing going on.
It's sort of its unique. Well, I call it a spirit to throw you off track. It's technically a beer, not a spirit. But
I had when I had the Sink the Big Bismarck, it was 51%, something like that. There was a little bit of a stewed tomato kind of vibe in the background, almost like a bouillon stock kind of vibe.
Yeah. There's
with a bunch of big boozy caramel.
You know what this really reminds me of? It remember that triple bock that Matt brought?
Absolutely, I still have a bottle.
Yeah,
I would imagine. In fact, I think triple bock is in this. I think that's one of the things they blend.
It absolutely is. It actually is that. I reviewed a bottle. I still have one. It's the craziest thing about that. I always thought it was really crazy when you washed it out. It became blue. It's a beautiful blue bottle, but when you see it, it looks black.
Yeah, Nick, I'm going to do something that some people might find crazy, but in the whiskey community, it's
cuvee.
Not going to be cuvee, but I'm going to water it down because I've had this watered down. To me, it tastes better. So I'm going to add a little bit of water into it.
Why don't you add a little bit of bourbon?
That would be amazing, but I don't have any bourbon, sadly, right now.
Hey, Greg.
I'm
now mixing a little water into this.
Can you hold up the bottle?
Yes, I can. With the proper glassware as well.
Second.
On that, and then let's go like that. How's that?
Got it. All right. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, Nick. I didn't send you my bottle because I'm keeping this bottle. You can't have it. Oh, and my dog just...
Quick. There's also like a little bit of like kind of a grapiness, like a maybe like
Did the dog fart to accent what you're doing right now?
Molasses, baked beans, cognac, a little briny. It does really remind me of that triple bock, like as we were just talking about. And
Nick, I'm telling you, I really, really recommend to at least a little bit of it, add a little bit of water just to cut it a bit. It just opens it up so much.
All right,
Is there a little bit of that umami soy sauce in there too still?
Oh.
Yes. All right, drop of water.
Yeah. I added a bit more than that, but even a little water
But I only have so much a bottom of my glass. I didn't get as much.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I definitely remember that from that Super Bock. I definitely remember that umami soy sauce.
Yeah,
kind of variant.
There's a lot of soy sauce in this. That's actually good. I don't have the flavor note, but you're right, Paul. There's a lot of soy sauce in this, and it's it's maple as fuck.
Oh shit! Does that ever open it up?
Yeah, I know. It's like a different liquid suddenly.
Wow! Like it's like opening the wrapper, and all of a sudden, all the candy flavors come right out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
That is a uniquely layered experience for what is effectively just a really ice beer, like the ice beer process, like freezing it and taking the water out. Like,
yeah, I discovered that about halfway through the bottle, and every time I've had it since, I water it down.
Yeah. Well, I would say like my thoughts on this is that yeah, it's very expensive for what it is, and I don't know if it's really worth that much, but at the same time, it's not an unenjoyable experience. That's definitely tasty.
Well,
It's something.
what is the normal Utopias? Like 275 a bottle?
In the US, I paid 115 Canadian for this.
I paid 55 for Sink the Bismarck, which is 51%, and this is only 27.
Yeah.
So I paid a better deal for that one, and that has the same unique like drinking experience. But we have to understand though, this is one of those lifetime things. The beer to drink that time, one time, that time, to share with friends. So if you can find this beer, if you can find people that want to drink it with you, because you don't want to drink this beer by yourself. That's stupid.
And it's
You
not
want
like
to share this beer. You want to
sick.
enjoy this beer with people.
Yeah.
So if you can find other people to enjoy the beer, to find the beer price-wise too, it will be a sharing experience. I don't think Sink the Bismarck, A History of the World, the Venoms, the Serpent's Venom, the Utopias, any of these beers.
Atomic Penguin or something as well as another.
Nuclear Atomic Penguin. Those, none of those are singular beers. They are sharing beers.
Fair.
It's one of those things. It's beautiful though. It's a beer that showcases the community that we have grown out of beer drinkers. It's a beer that showcases, look, you have a community of beer drinkers around you. Get together and enjoy this beer.
That's lovely.
And I like that.
I'm glad we had you on this chat. You've added so much insight to this.
I think
there you go.
You know what the funny part is that I might go actually back and change the name of this now that I know this is actually a beer because it's fitting. My next numbered series beer review is 1200. So I'm going to go back and retroactively call this beer review 1200. Does that sound good, Greg?
There you go.
Sounds good to me.
1200.
This is
1200 beer review.
1200 at 2015. Sam Adams Utopias.
Come together and drink a beer in honor of this.
Yeah, this is fantastic for what it is, and I'm glad I got to try it. 4.75 out of 5.
Well, no, 3.75 out of 5.
Okay, yeah, that might be a little gracious. It is great, and a very enjoyable experience. But yeah, I would say give it at least a 4.25 for me, mainly because my brain's going, holy shit, this is Utopias.
That's exciting.
It just explodes with caramel and cognac flavors when you have that drop of water. It's just.
Would anyone just like go nuts if I just watered down some CC rye and just sent it to Nick and told him it was Utopias?
That'd be kind of funny.
I think you should. I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't complain at all.
That would actually be the prank of the year, but it's not actually did. And you know what? I'm saying like this is now I'm actually done my bottle after 5 years. If it comes back, well, it will come back to the LCBO in the next year or so. I'll probably buy another bottle, but like Paul says, I think I would probably buy it to actually bring to the next bottle share, whether it's
red beer, a beer that is. It's actually these beers, as far as I'm concerned, because like I said, I already said the slew of the history of the world, Nuclear Penguin, Sink the Bismarck, this and this. There are beers to celebrate the drinking community. There are beers that you do not drink by yourself. There are beers that you buy to exfoliate your love for beer to the people around you, and that's exactly what these beers are for.
Yeah,
and kudos to you, Greg, for sharing the beer today with Greg, and that's exactly what these beers are for.
Yeah. It's hard to call something like beer anymore. It's more like a very high quality spirit. But it's
absolutely
good.
Once you get over that the 20% region, you're in a whole nother realm. But at the same time, you're in that ghost realm. You're in that ghost realm where you can't be called this, you can't be called that. I mean, so it's one of those fun things where the beer community, the beer realm has expanded and has these gray areas so much now that you can play outside the realms. You can play into these areas where whiskey brewers won't touch you. Rum brewers won't touch you. But beer reviewers, beer people, beer connoisseurs, beer brewers, it's in that bubble. It's still in that bubble. And let's play within that bubble, have fun, because that's the whole point of this, is having fun and sharing experiences with people that you are close to. Let's keep that going for another 20 years. All right?
There we go. So we got to get another bottle to share among the beer community. Now, here's hoping. I'm going to say this right now. Red Deer Beer Fest 2021. I'm hoping it happens in May or June of next year.
We'll get this whole COVID thing under control and I got a vaccine, then yeah, I'd love to be there.
I'm hoping. I mean, we've heard rumblings of possibly another albino beer festival. I really doubt it's going to happen in 21, but maybe 22 or something. But anyway, regardless, it doesn't matter what beer fest it is. We'll have a bottle share. We'll have a good time. We'll all get extremely drunk. We might go
to the ball or something.
We might go to the Flying Saucer.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Extra content. No, I'm not going there.
I'll buy all the burgers for everybody.
Paul again will take
these too.
Well, I mean, you got to take the waitress into the bathroom and have your way with her, so
absolutely.
Okay, then. All right. So Sam Adams Utopias 2015. Thank you, Greg.
Cheers, Nick.
Amazing. Wow. I didn't know you had any of that left. I thought you finished it.
No, I still got left. I thought I had less left than I did, but apparently I had some lingering in the bottle. I will tell you, this bottle does not tell you how much is in, because it's a ceramic bottle. Yeah. You have no clue how much is left. I thought this bottle was done for years, and then I was like, oh shit, I still have half of it left. Nick, would you like to know my rating of it?
Sure.
Not that it's important, but I will.
Important.
My personal rating of it. I've never been overly impressed by it on my own, but I always drank it on my own. So see, I need to listen to Paul. This is a sharing beer for sure. So on its own, 8 out of 10, or sorry, Nick, we're on your show. So 4 out of 5, okay. Good beer. It's a good experience. If you're able to, and you know, it's in your price range, don't go bankrupt over this. Don't buy it for $300 US and then not feed your kids for a month. I don't recommend doing that. As it is, 8 out of 10, it's a very interesting beer. I would say add water to it. It becomes a 4.25 out of 5. I think the water makes it much better. It really opens it up. And I would say for sharing with your friends, it's a 5 out of 5. And just hugs all around. Hugs, virtual hugs. There we go. Yeah, we're all.
Anyway, no, I'm sticking with 4.25. That is incredible. It's not really a beer anymore, but that's a high quality spirit. And I love how layered that thing just explodes with flavor when you just open it up with a drop of water. And I gotta say, if I have the opportunity to buy a Sam Adams Utopias in my life, I'm gonna do it. I should. I had the opportunity before, and I should have taken it. Now I know I would have made a good choice if I had, even if it's like almost like $150 for the beer.
That's okay, Nick. They're going to continue to release it, and they're probably going to make larger quantities of it. So you'll have the opportunity again.
Okay.
And you can bring it to the late summer Sexton bottle share that's just
you know what? If that happens, that would be amazing, Sexton. You might have to invite Greg though. So
yeah.
Paul.
Hey, listen, there's one thing we know about a Sexton bottle share, and that me, Nick, and Paul are not going to dirty Ashley Sexton's rug. Ashley Sexton is going to do that.
Ashley Sexton's going to be one dumping liquor all over his carpet. Yeah.
Are we still on that whole like pulling his wife to the side and having three-way? Because you were big on that for a while.
All right. Anyway, we're done here. Thanks for watching, folks.
I was just like, Chris Peter killed those women.